You may have heard of Chat GPT. What is it? Well, it's an artificial intelligence system that allows you to create all kinds of articles simply by telling it to write an article about, well, let's say organizational culture or about leadership. And it can also do all kinds of other really cool things like do your homework for you or create different kinds of images and pictures or even write code for a website. But what does it mean to you if you're a trainer, coach, or consultant or an HR professional? If you're an HR professional, aren't you a little worried that maybe a lot of the stuff you read may not really be created by the creators? And if you're a coach, trainer, consultant, can you use Chat GPT to trick HR into believing that you're more of an expert than you actually are? Well, let's look at this scenario and you judge for yourself.
Write me an article about organizational culture change. I'm an organizational culture expert. Did you see my LinkedIn article?
I did. Can you tell me more about the organizational evolution process?
Please, just a moment.
Why do you need your phone? Aren't you the expert? And this is why you shouldn't try to trick HR into believing you're an expert. Why? Well, because it's embarrassing. Eventually you have to perform something and then you embarrass yourself and the person who hired you. Bad idea. So, what can you use Chat GPT for to essentially make yourself look better? Well, first of all, be an expert. Be different. See, Chat GPT does not make things up that are new. It takes things from the internet, other people's ideas, and well, it combines them into some more or less generic ideas, which, well, basically a lot of people talk about. If you are talking about the same thing everybody else is, well, you're not really different, which affects your branding, which also doesn't necessarily give people the right solution. So when you're going to be using Chat GPT and other AI tools, ask the right questions and then use your own ideas and your own expertise to augment it. So let's look at how that could work. So for example, we have Chat GPT right here. And I've just write an article about how to use Chat GPT to make yourself look like an expert. So we just type some things in here and, well, basically it's going to give us an entire process of how to make yourself look like an expert or writing an article about how to look like an expert. So Chat GPT will take information related to what you have asked it to do and formulate it in a way, well, basically as an article that makes it look original and actually can potentially be informative. The question is, are you unique? Because ultimately your brand is about why you're different, not why you're like everyone else. So Chat GPT can be a great research tool. It can be a great way to formulate your ideas, but ultimately your ideas are what matter, and modifying it is key. So if you're going to be using this for SEO and getting people to find you in the noise of the internet, then you've got something that you can use. But remember, keywords are also going to be connected to your particular expertise. You can use Chat GPT, but then you come over here to a tool that we use called Phrase. Now, organizational culture consulting, it gives you all kinds of things from different places and what they look like, and it allows you to go ahead and even find different ways to optimize it based on keywords and how you use the keywords. So all of this stuff is part of the use or application of AI in augmenting your actual expertise and knowledge. Okay, you also can go to Quillbot to make your thing sound a little bit simpler. Sometimes, you know, when we're experts, we write things and they're a little bit complicated, but writing things simpler is going to make it a lot easier to, well, basically get the people that aren't experts to understand what you do. And that is super important. So we are currently working on another AI system, but specific for HR. It's the Global Mentor Exchange. And the Global Mentor Exchange is an AI-assisted metaverse where an HR person, a leader, team manager can go in and use the AI that has been trained by world's best thought leaders and a lot of people that have really great innovative ideas in order to find root cause problems. Okay, because sometimes you might think, I need leadership training, but if you actually get a few questions asked, an expert, a real expert, would be able to find out, maybe you don't, maybe you need to solve this root cause first before you can go ahead and start the leadership training. Because sometimes you do the training and then, well, it doesn't really have the effect that you wanted. So, by using artificial intelligence, using the real experience and expertise and innovations of real thought leaders, real coaches, trainers, and consultants that are getting real results in the real world, and combining this in simulations that can be, well, kind of fun in a metaverse environment, and the ability to find coaches, trainers, and consultants that do have the real solutions to implement it in organizations, well, that's what we're building for the future of human capital development. Okay, so we'll be sharing more on that as it progresses. And meanwhile, this is Arthur Karmazi wishing you great success.